The turf wars continue as Harry Potter actress Emma Watson tells women to just be inclusive and understanding when it comes to biological men going into women's toilets and changing rooms. So a 2020 interview Emma Watson did with British Vogue has resurfaced because she had some interesting things to say about women feeling uncomfortable when trans women, aka biological men, go into their changing rooms, their toilets, their prisons, in sports. Let's see what she has to say.
Do you feel comfortable with me using, female toilets?
Oh my God, oh, of course.
But does that depend on me having had surgery?
No.
What would you say? I don't want to dwell on this for too long, but what would you say to those people who would have an issue sharing a public bathroom with me?
Oh my goodness. I would say that's another human being. How can you... I understand fearing what you don't know. I understand kind of being like, oh, I don't really understand about this and I've never met someone, but go and speak. Go learn, go speak, go look into the whites of someone's eyes that's had this experience and tell me after you've done that you do not see or feel their humanity or understand their story, or that there's any part of you that feels that it's okay to make that person not feel included. It's making people feel not included, I think, it's just such a painful, awful thing to do.
To me, this is just another example of celebrities virtue signalling without understanding the real concerns of the people affected by these issues. No one wants to be exclusive. No one wants to be hateful. And the women who have issues with this aren't being hateful. They're afraid. They want to feel comfortable in the places that say they should be comfortable. And I don't think that's too much to ask. Because when it comes to biological men going into women's toilets, why is inclusivity at the top of our priorities? The toilets, the changing rooms, these women-only spaces aren't meant to be inclusive. It's in the name. Women's only. And before the gender activists come after me, a woman is a biological adult human female, as in the definition of what a woman is when you type it into Google. It shouldn't be controversial, guys, come on. It just seems so out of touch. She doesn't understand that women are feeling uncomfortable. They're not arrogant, they're not ignorant about this issue. They have genuine concerns. And I hate to play the privilege card, but Emma Watson probably doesn't have to go into a women's only space. She can afford that luxury. The working class women who, hey, I thought intersectional feminism was meant to include, are being left out. Their concerns are being ignored with this issue. It's gaslighting, it really is. They're being told, shut up, bigot, your concerns aren't valid. And look how personal the interviewer made it. The interviewer, of course, being a trans woman who's gone through measures to make her look more feminine and passing. Because let's be real, there's a difference between a guy who just throws on a wig one day and says he's a woman compared to a person who's gone through surgery, who's took measures, who's properly invested in this. And of course, the average woman isn't complaining about that. Exceptions are, of course, okay. But when you weaken the safeguards, when you weaken the definition of a woman, you allow anyone into these toilets, anyone who says they're a woman. And I thought Emma Watson was a feminist. I thought she believed in the patriarchy, that men did commit violent acts. Realistically, in this world, there are awful people who do take advantage of these situations. And this isn't contradictory. This goes with the feminist view. So if there are horrible men who want to take advantage of women, why wouldn't they just say they're a woman and go into these spaces? I don't get it. Again, her words come across as entitled and unsympathetic. And thankfully, it received backlash. People are opening their eyes to the situation. However, the backlash received backlash. One Twitter user put, TERFs, women are being silenced. Emma Watson, I think trans people are great. TERFs, shut up, bitch. Another one, TERFs, free speech must be protected at all cost. Emma Watson, say she isn't transphobic. TERFs, how dare Emma Watson speak like this? The thing is, what they don't understand about freedom of speech is that you don't have to agree with everything everyone says. It's my freedom of speech to disagree with you. No one's trying to cancel Emma Watson. No one's trying to say she should be locked up for her views. Unlike the opposite side, the trans activists who want people like Marion Miller to be locked up. You're allowed to counteract people's ideas with other ideas. That is freedom of speech. I'm just fed up with the idea that TERFs, gender critical women are violent and abusive when that's simply not true. Obviously, I can't account to the whole of the gender critical community because there are going to be radicals and extremists in, but generally, even behind closed doors, in private Zoom call meetings, they treat trans people with respect. For example, recently there was a meeting in Manchester where they were discussing the importance of same-sex spaces, and of course, the opposite side, the trans ideologues, intimidated them. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jess Gill. This is Reasoned. Thank you. Goodbye.